Hello guys, my name is Quest. Welcome back to Subscribe guys, and we are doing a pre-con review and some upgrades that I want to add for one of the pre-cons for Ixalan or Cavalry of Ixalan commander decks, and we're doing Ahoy Mateys Admiral Brass Unsinkable. So they finally posted the deck list, and I've been wanting to make one or two videos about some of the commanders on here, but we are going to talk about Admiral Brass. So let's talk about Admiral Brass on what he does. Let me click on here and then we'll go back. So Admiral Brass, when Admiral Brass Unsinkable entered the battlefield, mill 4 cards, and at the beginning of your combat of your turn, you may return target pirate card, creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It has a base power toughness 4/4 and it gains haste till the end of turn. And it's a 3/3 for 5. So it's pretty nice. Definitely some reanimator stuff you're doing. But pirates, there isn't a lot of big pirates. You definitely want to get the value of pirates down on the battlefield. So this is like a commander that you want to get out fast, get the value that you wanted in the early turn, and hopefully win. And then the finale to counter, basically if it dies, you just exile it. And then just like a Eternal, it does a base power 4/4, so it's nice and just has haste. So that's pretty good for all the small pirates that you bring back that are like 1/1 to 1/2s or whatever, right? So that is pretty good base there. But yeah, let's look at some of the reprints and some of the new cards that they have in this pre-con once it loads. All right, so we got a Siren Stormcaller or Storm Tamer, which isn't bad. It's a decent pirate in this list, but I think I want to take that out for something better in the upgrades I have. And then same thing for Spectral Sailor, not bad also. Daring Saboteur. I think this is a Commander Legend card in draft, I think. But it's not that great in the pre-con, but it's decent in pre-con itself. So departed deckhand. When a departed deckhand becomes target spell, sacrifice it, can be blocked. Another target creature you control can't be blocked except by spirits. Okay, that's okay. Dire Fleet Daredevil. They're the good one right there. That's a decent reprint. For the pre-con, it's a good pirate for this deck to take people's spells and just cast them, you know. And then we got oh yeah, this one I've been speculating on. Enterprising Scallywag. So at the beginning of your end step, if you descend this turn, create a treasure token. So basically, if you fetch, if something dies, use a create treasure token, which is pretty good for this theme of the deck. Then we got Phantom Fleet Captain. Just a nice reprint there for Ixalan. When Phantom Fleet Captain attacks, if you control another non-token pirate, you may pay 2 if you create 2/2 black pirate creature token with menace. Francisco Foul Marauder, flying, can't be blocked or can't block. Whenever one more pirates you control deal come down to a player, Francisco Explored, and it's a partner too, which is nice. So it could be paired up with anything there, with any of the good partner commanders. Then we got Karazev, another decent reprint there. First strike, menace. Whenever Karazev attacks, create a Ragavan legendary 2/1 monkey and then sacrifice it at the end of your combat. So you just get more pirates off of there, which is nice. Time Stream Navigator, another great one there. Send if you control 10 or more permanents, you send it and then pay a 2 blue and 2 colorless. Put Time Navigator at the bottom of its own library. Take extra turn after this one. Activate ability only if you send it, right? Yeah, if you have the City Blessing, so you have to send there. We got War Kite Marauder, just a nice one. I remember this card back in Standard where you it's an Eternalized deck with a Gift of the Pharaoh, I think. But pretty nice there. Oh yeah, that's a new one. Broadside with Bombardiers. So at Menace to Haste, sacrifice another creature or artifact, broadside Bombardiers, deal damage equal to 2 plus the sacrifice permanent mana value to any target. So that's a nice one there. Just sacrifice all your pirates and then bring them back, you know. Captain Lamry Storm, that just got reprinted in Marching Machines, but it is a pretty good ad in this deck. Co-share Captain. This one was from Modern Horizons, or I know it from Jumpstart, but yeah, just a good pirate lord. ATB's Craig Treasure, so that's pretty good. Ghost of Ramirez de Petro. This one I know it's not good, so that one probably gonna be cut. But if you like this card, definitely keep it in. Don't if you guys have your opinion about it, keep it in and stuff like that. We got Malkin Key Eye Navigator. So this card's really good. It creates treasure tokens, and it is a CH commander, which is super good. Whenever one or more pirates you control deals damage to opponent, you create a treasure token for each opponent dealt damage. So you create 3. Stormfleet Navigator. This is a new one. When Stormfleet Navigator attacks each player, reveal the top card of their library. For each non-land card revealed this way, create a map token, then each player draws a card. So that's pretty nice. I definitely will keep this in just for the card knowledge of what my opponent has. And then we have the OG Admiral Brass. Other pirates you could all get +1/+1. And then at the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who was dealt damage by 3 or more pirates. So that is pretty good. Amphin Mutineer. Basically just a salamander. That's what back in Commander Legends. Wasn't that good. I think this is another cut too. Because I do have like 10 creatures and then 10 non-creature spells that you could definitely add in this list. But it's pretty alright reprint. I like this one too. HB Become Monarch. Can't be blocked by creature that controls Monarch. So it's alright. Brett's Braids and Blunder. Menace, and then whenever one or more pirates you control deal combat to a player, exile the top card of each of those opponent's library. You may play those cards till the end turn, spend mana, so you could cast those spells. Captivating Crew, gain control as hard creature. Opponent's control till the end turn, untap it, and it gains haste till the end turn. Activate ability anytime you will cast a sorcery, so not bad. Oh, here's a new one. Don Endress, the Renegade. So each creature you control... each creature that you don't control but don't own... okay, gotcha. Don't own gets +2/+2 and menace that touch, and it is a pirate, and it does all of the types. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, create 2 tapped treasure tokens. So this could be a build-around deck. Just steal everything and just get value off of the commander here, but... I don't know how I feel about him yet. He might be good in the future in this deck, but I'm not too sure. And then we got Gem Cutter Buccaneer. Whenever Gem Cutter Buccaneer or another pirate enter battlefield to your control, create tap treasure token, and then treasure you control our equipment in addition to other types. Equipped creature get +2/+1, and if pirate, pay 1, and if it's not, pay 3. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good pirate there. Just creating more treasure whenever a pirate in the battlefield. Hostage Taker, OG, you know. Merchant Raiders. When Merchant Raider enter the battlefield, tap up to 1 target creature. That creature doesn't untap as long as Merchant Raiders. That's okay. That's okay, Billy. And then finally, the best reprint ever is Pitless Plunder. That card is like $10 now, which is insane. Yeah, that's a pretty good reprint there. Ramsey Dev Pillager, the ghost guy, that was up previously. Enter battlefield, you lose 2 and create 2 treasure tokens. Okay, that's not bad. Whenever one or more pirates you control deal combat damage to player, exile the top card of that player library. You may cast that card for as long as it remained exiled. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I didn't know that guy existed, so that's definitely a good add. Skeleton Crew. That's a new one. So each other creature you control that's a skeleton or a pirate get +1/+1. Then whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 skeleton pirate creature token. Then for 6, 1 black and 5 colorless, return Skeleton Crew from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. So that's pretty good. If you do mill it by accident, you bring it back, and you just make a bunch of 2/2 whenever something leaves. Cursive Recruiter. Basically, the one red card I'm trying to think. I can't think of it, but you basically just steal something until the end of turn, and they're a pirate addition to his other type, so pretty good in this deck. Direfleet Ravager. When Direfleet Ravager enters battlefield, each player loses a third of their life rounded up. And then we got Port Rager, extra combats. Zara, Renegade Recruiter. Whenever Zara attacks, look at the defending player's hand. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under your control. Tap in, attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Return that creature to the owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So that is pretty good for five mana. So seems good in Pyro when you get that out really early when you swing with it too. So that's pretty good. And it had flying, so definitely good. And then we got Angrath Marauders, just double damage pirates. So that's pretty nice. And then let's talk about the spells. We got Faithless Looting, Feed a Swarm, Rakdos Charm, Chaos Warp, Prismari Command, Windfall, Distant Melody, Lethal Scheme, Evacuation, Blood Money, and then Blast Axe. So all these are pretty alright. You could definitely put in like some cheaper tutored Tomb just to get something big in there, you know. Better draw spell, but some of the draws in here are good. You could definitely upgrade this to the max with some of the draw spell there are in the EDH, right, guys? But yeah, I think these are all pretty deep. I don't know about Windfall. Windfall is pretty bad. And Recto Charm. I don't like Recto Charm in here, but everything else seems okay. Evacuation could probably get taken out for another board wipe. And then we got for the artifact we got Soul Ring, Wait for Bauble, Arcane Signet, all the signets, Arm Mountain Anchor. Equipped creature get +2/+2 and head menace, and then whenever equipped creature deal combat damage to a player, draw 2, then discard 2 unless you control or unless you discard a pirate card. Pay 2 this, but cut 2 less if you have 1 or fewer card in hand. Okay, that's pretty good card advantage there. If you're running a card, you equip it to a pirate, and then you just go to town with it. Not bad. Commander's Fear, Herald's Horn, Icon of Ancestry. Is that new one? No, it's not. The Grim Captain's Locker, basically like Davy Jones' locker. So surveil 1 till the end. Wait, what? Wait, until the end of your turn, each creature card in your graveyard gains escape. Exile 4 card other card from your graveyard. So they're bringing back the Theros mechanic escape, where you just basically bring back some stuff, which is pretty good. Until the end of turn, creatures you control. Wow, that's pretty good. And then we got the Innobility. I can't pronounce today, but trample whenever a creature you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's really good. You may cast from your graveyard as long as you control 3 or more tap pirates or vehicles. That's pretty good. That's pretty good card advantage too. Like, it's an artifact that's basically the same thing as Binding of Thassa. That's in here too, so that's pretty good card draw. And then we got Vanquisher's Banner, which is nice. And it just got reprinted. And talking about the reprints here, one of the best ones ever to be reprinted, Black Market Connections. This card is like $30, and it's getting reprinted into one of the pirate deck. They really upping their game for the pre-con commanders, guys. But yeah, Black Market Connections. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, please choose 1 or more. Create a treasure token, and you lose 1 life. Draw a card, and you lose 2 life. And create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter token with Changeling, and you lose 3 lives. So that is really good for this deck. King Narv's Betrayal. This is okay. Each player mills 4, and then you may exile a creature or planeswalker card for each of your library or graveyards. Till the end of turn, you may cast spells. Okay, that's actually not bad. So you basically just could cast them as long as you control King Nafri's Betrayal. So that's nice. Shared Aminosity. I feel like they could be chained with Coat of Arms just to have more toughness than anything. So that's okay. Then we got Binding of Thassa, which is decent too. And then the lands, they seem all pretty alright. We got Choke SC, Command, Necropolis. I can't pronounce today. Or it's 11 at night, so I'm here recording this video. I should start recording videos in the morning, but that's okay. You guys are saying some mountains. I don't like these lands. I feel like these lands are bad. In my opinion, the lands could definitely need upgrade, but some of them are pretty decent. Like Sulphur Falls, Second Hollow. Yeah, some of the lands could be fixed out with like shocks, fetches, and the check land and everything else. You guys know it, you know. Like the land I don't want to like go with like upgrading. I just want to upgrade like the main pieces, which are the creatures, spells, artifacts, enchantments today, and even some planeswalkers. You know. But yeah, since we went through the whole deck, I think this precon is pretty good on this base. You know, it definitely seemed good in a casual like set tournament or even amongst friends you have. And it's only going for $40. Like, it's insane that the price for all these commanders are $40, and they're just insane value. Like, this is worth $115, like in paper. But we're definitely gonna have to wait for like 3 to 4 weeks till we actually get these commanders out. You know, since Wizard released that they're gonna delay these ones because of shortage or whatever. But yeah, let's look at some of the upgrades, guys, that I have here. Upgrades. We got Forerunner. I realized that Hostage Taker was in here. That was my bad. So ignore Hostage Taker for a minute, but let's look at the rest of 9 here. We got Forerunner in here, the pirate one. When Forerunner enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a pirate card, reveal it, and put it on top. And then whenever another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. So I think that's a good, decent add, and it's not that much. It's like 40 or even less than that, like just cents, you know, penny cards. And then we got a Protein Raider. Protein Raider was a card that I didn't know existed, and I played around this time too. I had no idea. Protein Raider, if you attacked with a creature this turn, you may have Protein Raider enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. So that is really good for 3 mana, and you could bring it back. And if you did swing, it's just a good card in this deck, like bringing it back with your commander and then just becoming a 4/4, or with like different ability, like a different lord if you want to copy something else. But it's pretty nice. And we got Pirated Copy. You may have Pirate Copy enter battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it's a pirate and this and other types, and it has whenever the creature or another creature with the same name deal combat to player, draw a card. That is strong. To tutor up, put it in graveyard, and then bring it back out, and it becomes something on the battlefield, which is really nice, and it's a pirate, so that is sick. Then we got Xorin. So I wanted to do like the treasure aspect for pirates here. Just add some treasure cards that you can see on the screen here. So if you would create 1 more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus additional treasure tokens. So that is a really nice add there. And then we got one of the new cards, which is Kite Sail Larcenist. This card is kind of insane to me. So 1 blue, 2 colors, Flying Ward 1. When Kite Sail enter the battlefield, for each player choose up to 1 target artifact or creature that player controls. For as long as Kite Sail remains on the battlefield, the chosen permanent become treasure tokens, treasure artifacts with the ability of sacrifice it, add 1 mana to the color, and loses all abilities. So this card is insane. It's a removal for artifacts and creature for 3 mana for all your opponents. Like, I don't like that right now. They're all gone, and add Ward 1, so you have your opponents have to pay 1 extra. So I think that's a really good add for your deck. I don't think it will be that much. Hopefully not, since these cards are under the $100 range. Hopefully, I believe so, because Ragavan, we're not on Ragavan yet, but we're on Crafty Cuppers. Flash, when Crafty Cuppers enter battlefield, each token that would be created under an opponent's control this turn, it created under your control instead. So you could take those Dockside tokens, give me all of them. You don't need them, I need them, you know. This card is really sweet. And then we got Ragavan Nimble Pilferer. So it's under $35, guys. It's going down. And I think this is a really good budget for under $100 or around 100, you know. But if you don't have the extra money for a Ragavan, don't worry about it. I just want to put it in because it is a pirate. It is a pirate, and it is a really good pirate when it comes to 4/4. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Ragavan does since they've been tearing up Modern for the past 2 years now. Crazy, you know. And then we got Changeling Outcast. It does Shapeshifter Changeling, can't be blocked, or can't block, and it's 1 black, so it's really nice to get some damage in there. Then we got a Goldspan Dragon, my boy, Chubby Dragon, you know. Whenever Goldspan Dragon attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create treasure token, and then treasures you control have a sack and then add 2 mana of any color, so it's really good for our treasures game plan here. And I know he a little downsifted. I forgot to fix him, but that's okay. I realized my face was covering it, but that's okay. All right, and let's move on to the rest of it with some artifacts, enchantments, and spells. You know, we got Hit the Motherlode, which is a new card here, which is 3 red, 4 colorless. Discover 10 if the discovered cards mana value less than 10 create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the difference. So that is pretty good. And then discover, basically you exile top 10 cards and you get to cast some spells, which is really good. You get to cast something 10 or less there. And then you got an Offered You Can't Refuse. I wanted to add a couple of counter spells here, like Arcane Denial and Offered You Can't Refuse. I don't want to add like any crazy ones that were our Grixis, and I don't want to like go down that loop and add like all like the Force of Wills, Mana Leaks, and all that stuff. So these two are pretty good exceptions. Like, it just really good. Counter it, you draw a card, and then counter it, you get 2 treasures there. And then we got Brass Bounty. I'm really surprised that that card is not in the precon. Really surprised there, but for each land you control, create a treasure token. So that is a lot of treasure tokens when we're creating it. And if we have Goldspan Dragon, that is a lot of mana we're working with, you know. And we got Drown and Lock, which is another counter spell, but it's for their graveyard and stuff, and we could just counter stuff. But that's just optional. I just put in there as like another cheap way to remove things or counter things. And they've got Insurrection, which is one of the top finishers in this deck. Untap all creatures and gain control of them until the end turn. They gain haste until the end turn, so that's just an end all be all card. Basically, you could just win with that card or whatever. And then you got Coat of Arms, which is another card that could be a game ending card. If some creature are unblockable, you just deal like 10 damage depending on how many pirates you have. And they got Revel in the Riches, which is another game ending card. I want to add the card in here just for the memes, see if we get at least 10 or more treasure tokens, and we win the game with Brass Bounties or Goldspan Dragons, so that card is sweet. And we got Spiteful Banditry. When Spiteful Banditry enter battlefield, deal X damage to each creature. Whenever one more creature your opponent put control dies, create treasure token. This ability only triggered 1. So you're creating treasure tokens, and it's a board wipe, so it's a win-win there. And we got Gandron, Diada, I think that's how you pronounce it. You can either put Angrath, the OG one, or C in here. They do basically the same thing. You gain control of a target creature when you -3, and then each opponent discard a card, and you gain 2 life. I think Angrath, you just each opponent loses 2 life. Then you get to like put like a protection or corruption counter up to one other target creature or planeswalker, and then so you have protection from that creature. But I just put it in here just to gain control of some stuff and just start swinging, you know. But yeah, these are some of the ads that I put in here. Hopefully you guys enjoy them, except for the Hostage Taker, which I totally forgot Hostage Taker is in the list. I double checked, and I didn't realize Hostage Taker had a new art. Like, oh, there's a new art for it. Never mind. But here we are. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked this preview today. I definitely did. I think she's going to be a great commander. Admiral Brass, the Unsinkable. That's awesome that she survived the Phyrexian War. And a lot of the commander did, so that is awesome. Just a really cool like commander, too. Just bringing stuff back. I wish there was some like bigger impacting pirates in the course of Magic, but there really isn't to really abuse this ability, but that's okay. I mean, you could put a Maxwood Nexus in there and then just start bringing back some random stuff, you know. There are definitely a lot of routes you get to go with this. Just like Reanimator route or whatever, really, like the Pirates, Treasures, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, definitely this will come out Friday, but definitely watch out for Saturday because I am going to be doing the vampire list here. Woo, vampires, you know. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, my name is Question. Thank you for watching. Scry, guys.